Hello to you, my friend. Welcome to Medium on the Move. This is the first episode of a series that I'm very excited about. My name is Isabel Maxwell, if you haven't met me yet. Nice to meet you. And I've been teaching people how to hone their intuition for like a long time, like 20 years now. And I love my job. And this series is an extension of that. I've created Medium on the Move in such a way that it gives you an opportunity to practice using your intuition, to hone your intuition, figure out what works best for you, what doesn't, learn a couple things on the way, and really have fun. I mean, that's the gist of it all. If we can have fun while we're practicing and honing our intuition gets stronger faster. So every episode, I'm going to take you to a different location. It's going to be unusual or unique in some way. And I'm going to energetically bring you to that location, and you're going to tap in to see what you pick up. We're going to step off of time and space, and we're going to just make that intent decision that you're remote viewing, or there'll be a couple different techniques, but this one, you're going to remote view to where I'm standing, and you're going to stand with me. Today, we're going to go to the Tavira Bridge. There's a romance story behind it that is absolutely wonderful. I'll give you the story. We're going to walk over to the bridge. When the time is right to tap in, to energetically join me on that bridge and to tap in, I'll let you know. I'll give you instructions along the way. And then when we're done, I will share with you not only what I got, but I have a bonus exercise at the end. Let's do this. We just landed. This place is so beautiful. We have a little tiny house in the middle of an orchard with the kindest owner ever. She saw us arrive, she walked us down here, showed us everything, and she loves her property so much, and you can tell. She just radiates joy. So we're really grateful to be here. It's a super, super, super wonderful place to be. We are gonna go grab some dinner because we're hungry. 4-hour trip, 4-hour drive, but a lovely drive. So there's no complaints there. And then tomorrow, you and I are gonna go to a bridge in Tavira because it's got an interesting story. So I'll see you tomorrow. You and I have energetically landed in Tavira. This place is so beautiful. I'm going to show you around a little bit as I make my way to the bridge, which, by the way, we're going to be tapping into in 2 different ways today. But first, we're going to do what we always do before we tap in, which is GCP, Ground Clear Protect. Now, if you're not familiar with GCP, look for the link. Otherwise, go ahead and pause the video for a moment to do GCP and then push play. And we're back. Okay, here are your instructions if you so choose to accept. First, we're going to tap into the story that I'm about to tell you about the legend of this bridge. Then, after you've tapped into the love story, you're going to reset your intuition and tap into the energy of the bridge yet again, but this time to pick up the energy in general of the bridge. So that is our plan. Now, the name of the bridge is the Roman Bridge of Tavira. According to the story, the local legend, this bridge was built on a love story. During the time of Moorish rule in southern Portugal, there lived a princess named Setwa. She fell for a dude named Galao, who was a Christian knight. So she was Moorish, he was Christian. They began meeting secretly at night on this bridge. And it actually sounds really romantic, but it was also very risky. One night, soldiers surrounded him. They say that on one side, it was Moorish forces. On the other side, it was Christian forces. And then there's the 2 of them standing there in the middle of the bridge together. There they are on the bridge. And the 2 of them decided not to return to their separate worlds because they didn't want to be apart. So instead, they jumped into the river below them. and it's a tragic ending. The lovers became part of the river itself. So upstream, the river is called Setwa, and downstream, it becomes the Galau. Since it's a legend, we don't know whether the story happened exactly this way or not. And this is where we're going to come in, right? We're going to let our intuition tell us a little bit about, maybe some details around this story. So what I'm going to have you do in a moment here is I'm going to have you anchor into the bridge with me. This is a remote viewing technique. You can use any other technique you'd like. This is your exercise. This is your time. But if you'd like to try remote viewing, I'm going to take a brief shot of my 10 toes standing on the bridge, and you can imagine standing next to me. And then just let your intuition roll. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? Please remember that with remote viewing, setting your intention that you are there on location is very powerful. There is no such thing as time or space. So setting your intention that you are here with me at this bridge in the moment I am here will bring you there to remote view. And then you just take a couple of deep breaths and you let your intuition tell you anything it wants. What do you see, feel, or hear? And at any point, you can pause this video to give yourself more time. Then, after you've collected your information, you feel like you've got enough on this beautiful legend, then I want you to reset your energy, wipe it all away, right? Clean slate, and go back in and see what your intuition tells you in general about the bridge. All right, I'm going to let the video run for just a little bit. If you want to pause it, that's a good idea too. Give yourself the time to be able to be here with me on this bridge. Here we go. Okay, I am back where we're staying, and there's a reason for this. I was going to tell you what I picked up on the bridge, at the bridge. I couldn't. I am an introvert. That's it. That's all there is to it. I tried a couple times. I felt so awkward. I felt like I was that person. Hi, welcome to my channel. Yeah, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. I'm filming here. Thank you. So nope, I'm back here. I'm completely fine. Let me tell you what I picked up on the bridge. So our first task was to pick up anything about the love story. And I sat with it and I tried, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was faint. I just didn't feel much. you know? I felt the divide, but I already knew that. And I felt like one person was going one way and the other was going the other way. And that was the story. So yeah, I really struggled linking in. We have to remember that we're not always going to pick up what we want to pick up or what we're aiming at picking up. There's always going to be a reason behind it. So I let that one go. Luckily, we agreed to also tap in just to see whatever we picked up. And I did get stuff with that. So when I sat with the energy of the bridge, without thinking about that romance, I picked up a celebration. I saw all these locals coming together, celebrating. It was either like health or food or family. It was something like that, but it was a big coming together, and it was really cool to see, actually. It was really neat. And I felt so good when I saw it. So that, I don't know if there's a tradition on that bridge. I'm totally going to Google it. That's what you got to do. If you're unsure what came through or why it came through, Google it, especially when it has to do with locations. But there's maybe an old annual celebration or something like that. Now, here's the other thing I picked up. I picked up that at some point in time, that bridge was entirely blocked off underneath it. Like, I don't know if they piled stones, if they were just a bunch of humans behaving like beavers just to block the water. I don't know what it was, but I did see that, and I saw it for a brief glimpse, just a brief glimpse. Other than that, it just felt really good. I think that bridge has a lot of celebration energy in it. I did have a moment where I felt a little bit of violence, but you know what? This is history. This is a very old country. And when I went to tap in more to that, to say, hey, like, what was going on? Can I see anything? It just kind of faded. So when we link into these things, we're all going to link in at different vibrations, different points in the history. We're all going to link in and get a lot of different information, because you can't have a bridge that old and not have a boatload of information come through. So remember, the goal is not to get the same information as me. The goal is to get the information that you got. Maybe you have to research around it a little bit, and then you can always go back in and tap in again. All right, that was fun, but I have one more bonus exercise for you. Let's go. Side note before we start your bonus exercise, I just got done filming it and setting the intention, and I walked up to the space that I was going to have you tap in, and the wind just picked up. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, don't let that distract you, right? I want you to focus in on what I'm about to say next, okay? But it was beautiful. Something came in on the wind on this one. You're going to love it. For your bonus exercise, I want you to GCP like we always do. And I want you to set your intention that you're going to sit at this table with a loved one or maybe a guide. Once you set that intention, I want you to let your intuition just tell you anything it wants to tell you. Perhaps you just know that they're sitting there with you, or perhaps you see, feel, or hear something. And just let it unfold any way that it's going to. I'll hold it here for a bit, and I'll see you at the next episode.